Yo, can you hear me now? My fault, boys. My fault. My fault. My fault. Yeah, let's just run the whole thing back. Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the sharp side. As always, we'll recap yesterday, 1-1. Paolo was a bad read at the end of the day. I'll own that. And then the Scotty read, that was a great read. My only regrets there is that we didn't hit it harder. One play out today, Malik Beasley, 15 plus points at BetMGM. The whole market was 14 and a half over, but if you played the 15 plus at MGM, you actually got plus money. So they're stupid for that. We took advantage. That is my only play so far. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Bring that probably there. Yeah, that's looking better. All right, first game we're going to go over Minnesota at Dallas. Honestly, in my opinion, Minnesota, I think they're like 2-point favorites right now. Okay, they have moved to 3. Still feels a little light for me. This originally opened Minnesota -1, and that was crazy to me. Did I bet it? No, I should have. Even the 3 feels a little light. Money lines are still as cheap as -140 I'm seeing in the market. First thing you want to look at here, obviously, is Kyrie. And if you look at this chart off the rip, it looks bad. But if you really start breaking it down, it does not look so bad. So Minnesota, I'm working on something in the model. What I posted today, I hope by tomorrow I'll have a little better visual for what I'm bringing. I'm going to add pick and roll defense, pick and roll ball handler defense, roll man defense, ISO defense, transition D, and post D. I have all of that data in there. I just want to bring it to where you can see it in a more visual, in a way that makes sense. Right now, it makes the page way too wide. So I've been working on that. That being said, Kyrie, players that score similar to Kyrie have been absolutely cooking Minnesota. They're 19th in isolation and 19th versus pick and roll ball handlers. If we just go look at Kyrie without Luka versus teams outside of, one second here. All right. Kyrie without Luka teams. Yeah, he's over in 7 of the 10 games versus teams that have that allow similar scoring play types. What about assists? Assists without Luka, kind of fallen off of a cliff here recently. Potentials also fell off of a cliff. Clay's also a game time decision in this game. Model projections on Kyrie's assists are 3.74. Do I really like this under? The model does. Last 4 without Luka, he's gone under. He's under this in split this year. I do absolutely lean under Kyrie's assists. I lean over his points after looking into his play type, isolation and pick and roll ball handlers. Minnesota struggles. Also, who else is going to shoot? Obviously, Kyrie's probably going to get 20 attempts tonight. What's his assist going to be like? I'm going to keep his assists under as a very strong lean, but hold on. Let me see what the market's done. I mean, are we going to get a 5.5? No, it was already 5.5 and coming down. If you're going to get the best of it, I think now where it keeps getting worse. I'm not going to buy the recency bias here. I'm going to lean off of Kyrie. Spencer Dinwiddie was another interesting one for me because if you look without Luka, and I mean the thought is here that it's going to be a competitive game, right? He's playing right around 30. If we went 28 minutes without Luka this year, he's over in 11 of 14. Now, what's the play type? Kyrie, Spencer Dinwiddie. They're number 19 in isolation. None of these were this year. What's the market done? Spencer Dinwiddie points over. I will be honest, it is getting a little market support. The model doesn't necessarily agree with this, but off from the beginning. But then when I adjust for his minutes, I'm closer to like 16.88 actually. That's with 28. I actually gave him 30 minutes in that projection. What about his assists in this same scenario? I remember when props.cash would let you lock that minutes projection. What happened to that? I love that. Man, Spencer Dinwiddie, what am I doing with you? What's his PA numbers done in the market? 18.5. Has gone up from 17.5. Getting some resistance. 17.5, 120 at Fanatics. I kind of like this. What's the best points line we can get? Well, what's the best assist line too? $13.5 across the board for his points. I'm going to play something on Spencer here, I believe. See, I'm at 16.88 on mine, 16.66 here. I'll look at Randall. I'm going to go ahead and run Spencer here over 13.5. Well, I do already have a play out. I'll get to that as well. But let's run Spencer over. I think I'm going to just go points. They defend assists very well. Let me look at something before we. Yeah, we're going just points over 13.5. Where am I going to play this? Oh my gosh, Fanatics just went 12.5, 125. I am going there ASAP. Everybody go, I'm going. Fanatics. Randall triple-double today, huh? We'll break down Randall in just a second. Let me get this in. Points. Yes, it is. It is there. I'm smacking it right now. Boom, boom, boom. Good. I just won one unit. 1.25 to win one there. 1.25 to win one. I like that play a lot. I don't care that Fanatics move the wrong way. They're dumb as fuck. Spencer Dinwiddie over 12.5 points. Yeah, 16.88 is my projections with a minutes adjustment. There are a couple teams where it's very important for me to check the minutes adjustments, like teams that are involved in blowouts that I think might be in a competitive game. 1 second. Let me get the edge percentage for us, and then we will move on to Randall. 16.88 gives us an edge of 36%. No, that's not where I played it. 32%. Massive edge. If you played true Kelly, you'd bet like a third of your bankroll on this. But I know I often overstate my edge. I still think it's a massive edge, but probably overstating it there. All right, moving on from Spencer Dinwiddie, Kyrie, lean over points, under assists. Jaden McDaniels model leans under points, but for me, it's not enough. I'm at like 10.8. With the juice, it was giving me a good enough grade in terms of edge percentage. I was at 13, but there's only been, 3 or 4 games without Dante? 3 games. Model leans under. What are they in three-pointers allowed? Jaden McDaniels. The number 18 versus spot up. That's not that scary. Number 15 from above the break, also not wearing the off. 3-pointers allowed, 4th. Okay. Interesting. He is under in 11 of 16 games versus teams in the top 10. He had 5 and then 13 in the matchup before. Was anyone out in that game? No one that matters. I lean under for Jaden McDaniels here. Honestly, off the rip, I didn't really like it. So we'll keep it moving. Nas Reed. We are going to get to Nas Reed. When I was going over my numbers this morning, I think I had him at like 15.8, and the market was around 13.5. Absolutely, I like that read. All right, let's go to Randall. Someone said what? PRA unders? Where was that, Randall? I know someone said a triple double over RAs. Okay. Well, let's go to the model first and foremost. Randall points, I actually lean under, but I'm still well over 10. Assists. 4.78 is my number, and there's such a discrepancy in the market right now. I'm seeing MGM at plus 115 to the under and FanDuel minus -04 to the over. We call that a negative theoretical hold, which means you could bet both sides and just guarantee money. Yeah, you see this? That's a negative theoretical hold. So you bet 1.05 units here on FanDuel, 1 unit here on MGM. No matter what happens, you make a little bit of money. You could even go 110 in 1 unit. No matter what, make a little bit of money. It's more worth it on sides and totals where you can get thousands down, though. Let me go see where I'm at. His rebounds, 8.4. Yes. RAs. I think I like rebounds. So rebounds better. Market's inconsistent in the RAs. What about rebounds? I'm seeing a 7 plus 05. Market's also coming down there. Why is that? Dallas 21st in rebounds allowed. 22nd versus. Let me go here. He had, let me go to rebounds. He had 10 rebounds and 7 rebounds. How many minutes? He played 35 minutes. Oh, man. You know what, Ben? I lean over more his rebounds than his RAs. Both have a playable edge, though. I'm seeing a 19% on the rebounds, though. We're not getting market support at all. It's going the other way. I almost would encourage you to wait. I don't know, though. If it does go to 6.5, the over will probably be nasty. Hey, what just happened? And was it injury news? Yeah, hold on. Let me check. Crazy movement in the market in the Jazz game. What just happened in the Jazz game? John Collins is available. Laurie is available. Bucks Pelicans postponed. What the fuck? Is it because it's snowing in New Orleans? Did y'all just see that? Bucks Pelicans postponed. Yo, bro, appreciate you tapping in. Let me get my 2 plays up. Bucks Pelicans postponed. That's crazy. What the fuck did I just bet? And where the fuck did I just bet it at? Oh yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie over 12.5 points. So yeah, remind me not to go over the Pelicans game today. Where's my guy Rico? I know he down there in Louisville. Maybe Zion was going to be late again. I don't know why I said Louisville. I meant Louisiana. Yeah, the other play I do have out already is Malik Beasley's points over. So we'll get to that game when we get to that game. Randall RAs, man. I'm going to be honest. I lean over and I like the rebounds better. But, I mean, honestly, Ben, I would encourage you to wait. Circle back to that. Just what I'm seeing from the market, circle back to that. Because it's coming down. assists I want no part of. PJ Washington, interesting read. Without Luka, 27, 28 minutes. He's over in 11 to 17. Was that with Kyrie? Over in 6 and 9 with Kyrie. How are they versus spot up? PJ Washington. I thought they were really good. They're fourth. I like the over here as well. PJ over 14 and a half. Where's his threes line? We're getting a good price because they defend the three-point line so well. Opponent 3-point. No, I don't want attempts. Man, they defend spot. They're the fourth best team versus spot up, and PJ Washington's not necessarily excelling versus teams in the top 10 versus spot up this year. I'll leave that as a lean, and then we can move to Clay because I actually believe I'm way under here on Clay. Thinking about a Clay points and assists under in this game. Under in both this season. Without Luka, still under in 4 of his last 5. I do think this game is more competitive than some others. Let's say, 25. That's probably generous if we're being honest. This is probably very generous. And then it's a difficult matchup. Like I said, fourth versus spot up. Klay Thompson, where are you at, buddy? Number 5 versus handoff, 13th in transition, number 8 from above the break. Everything's screaming take the under here. Whole world on lockdown, shit like a movie. What's the market doing? 14 and a half. It's going up. Don't agree with that. Damn, not really. DraftKings was 15 and a half at one point. I do like Clay's PRA under even. I'm going to go with Clay PRA under, I think. Let me see what the edge is on the PRAs. Sell 100 grand, sell 100 grand. 18 and a half, 120 Fanatics is the best line I'm seeing that I can get. 8.5. Prize Picks has a good number as well. It's a tough matchup. Yeah, I'm running it. 18 and a half under for Clay. 13, 14. So let's call it 16.6, 16.5 is the projection, giving us about a full 2 points. Yep, run it. I'm going to win 1 unit there, too. I'm not going crazy. I like the Dinwiddie over, too, with that. Clay under 18.5 PRA minus 120. Let me get that bet and then release, boys, and then we are on to the next one. All right, and then let me get that in the banner as well. Save, scroll across the bottom. All right, let's keep moving. Anything else in this game, Clay? No. Anthony Edwards, I lean over his points. Let me see if there's anything with the rebounds and assists. The points edge is not enough. The books have definitely raised it. 4.78 is my assists, so no edge. And 5.9 rebounds. Lean over there. I don't think PRs is going to be enough. No, there's nothing there. Lean over for Ant's points. Obviously, he's been going crazy recently. Lean over his points. Obviously, the model thinks that. I can't blame it. Lean over his rebounds as well. But, man, I can't get to the window on this. Leans, but not enough for me. All right, that's going to do it for that game. Let's move on to Detroit, Atlanta. Should be another good one now. I believe Detroit's on a back-to-back, right? Just played last night? No, okay, 2 nights. Okongwu is starting. Go to the model here and see if we got anything in this game. Hawks. All right, immediately I'm seeing we're going to go talk about a Tobias under, a Jalen Johnson under, and is DeAndre Hunter playing? Yeah, he's good. Yeah, Jalen Johnson is his game time decision, so is Trey. All right. Okongwu, I see nothing for Okongwu, nothing for Duran, nothing for Cade. Models right around where the market is. They do struggle from above the break scoring, so I could see Cade having a good day because of that. But again, I'm not getting to the window. Tobias under. Allowing the 28th most points. I do not like that. We're also without Ivy. 5 of 12. Only one of those games he didn't run 30, so it's not going to have a big impact. That's 32 to 35 to 36 tonight, assuming it stays competitive. So Tobias likes to score in transition, spot up, post up. They're not necessarily good versus any of those. 3-point allowed, they're 28th, very last from above the break. No, thank you, Tobias. I do lean under here, boys. Let me go Trey over. Assist, even better playing at home. Scamdall doesn't have Beasley lines. Fucking bums. Yeah, I will go through all the assists. Probably a good look there for Trey. Jalen Johnson, lean under his points. What are they versus? I think Detroit is decent versus spot up. If I remember correctly. Yep, number 11. How is he doing? They're also number 15 in transition, but they do struggle from above the break. 28th. Okay. Number 4 in the restricted area. This is an interesting matchup for Jalen Johnson because he's kind of like either getting to the rim or chucking a 3. I don't think I'm going to play it, but the model does lean under. My projections here are 16.17. I lean under here. Lean under. Let's get to Malik Beasley. I already played the over. We got this at plus 110, 115 this morning. Currently 125. I would still go check the alternate line because I believe MGM was minus 120, minus 125 when they had the 15 plus at plus money. So make sure you shop around for that. Make sure you're getting the best price, but still love Malik over without Ivy. He has been losing some minutes. We can address that, but I mean, just the fact that it's going to be a good game. Spread on this is what, 1? Spread on this is Atlanta minus 2.5. Expected to be competitive. Again, he is losing minutes, but if we're in that 26 to 30 mark, I think this is easy. Let's talk about it. Like I said, they're 30th from above the break and 15th in spot up, and I'm pretty sure top 5 from above the break. Yeah, he's over 9 to 12, averaging 19.6. 19.6 might be a double-double for Trey. I like that idea. We'll circle back to this. I like this. But yeah, Malik's cooking. Good matchup. A little afraid he loses minutes here, but if we're over 25, I think we soar. Yeah, high total as well, but we are on the under. I should mention that. I really only use this for props, but I did release under 236.5 in this game last night. 2.2 units to win 2 at DraftKings. All right, let's go to Trey's assists. Let me just look at everybody's assists real quick. Run the model. Lean under Dyson Daniels and Azor Thompson. What about rebounds? For some reason, Malik's rebounds didn't transfer. That's annoying. All right, let's go look at Trey's assists. Head-to-head over. He had 13 in the matchup prior this season. Detroit is 7th in assists allowed and 3rd to point guards, but that clearly didn't stop him. Bogdanovich is back. I'm going to assume Jalen Johnson plays. Can we assume a competitive 32? He should play 35, 36, but can we assume that? Trey's. I'm like, what? I bet the double-double price is disgusting. Oh, that's actually pretty good for Trey. 160 is better than you see most of the time. G-Wagon Mac Blue. I like this. Maybe this is like a two different dubs you like. I like the dub better than the assists. Looking into it. 160 is a crazy price, but I'd probably try to pair it with something. Maybe we'll keep an eye out for a pair, a double pair, because I do kind of like the double better than the assists there. What is it? What's the alternate? Okay, so if you can get the 10 plus assists for 154, obviously just take that. Because yeah, that would be a good, kind of juice eater parlay piece as well. Who else did I say? Oh, Dyson Daniels assists under, the model says. What do we think about that? $500. Oh my God, that's stupid. Definitely struggled through the last 10. Definitely a difficult matchup. Definitely getting market support. 9.5, 135 at DraftKings. It's a little pricey for what I normally lay. I'm running this. Projections exactly 8, basically 8.09. 4 and 3 is 7. Yeah, 8, exactly 8. You got to get that 9.5, 9.5, 135. I've got a 22% edge. I'm seeing the biggest edge at Prize Picks if you run a 5-man, technically. Well, and to be completely honest, the 8.5 plus 05, I guess, is technically a bigger edge. But I'm going risk averse here, running this 9.5, 135. I'm locking it in. I'm locking this in. I'm going to go. Do I go to win one unit? Fuck it. Let's go to win one unit. I like your thinking here. We'll circle back to this. Let me go look at Sengun. Let's go Dyson Daniels under 9.5. Rebounds and assists, minus 135 at DK. Move. Go get that one in. I'll add projections and everything later for those in the court. Hold on, I gotta get this in. Let me get this in myself, then I'll get a banner up, and then we're good to go. DraftKings. Log back in. Man, it's been 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? Still with the shit. I forget that I'm famous. They say doing, they don't. I don't know how. My fault, boys. I'm just getting this in myself, and then we good to go. NBA. Oh my God, get delivered with no mouse. Let me get this banner in here, and then we are good to go. That was yesterday's. All right, boom, boom. There we are. Sorry, my DraftKings is slow as shit. I'm still getting this in personally. One, 3, 5. Place bet. We in that thing. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Dyson Daniels under RAs is a play. Let me run the model here, see if there's anyone else. I'm not seeing anything else in the model. Any requests in this game? If so, throw them in there. Maybe a Tobias Harris art. PRA under. Okay, the assists aren't looking so shabby, but what about the PRs? 20.5 minus 05 with FanDuel going to 19. I like this too. At ESPN Bet looks to be off market to me. There's a 20.5 out there, boys. Not even 19.5. 20.5. Projections 13, 18. It's 19.2. 19.2. What's this system? This is called props.cash. Use code SHARP25 and you'll get 25% off. SHARP25, get 25% off. I'm going to leave this alone, but I do like the under here. I really do. 19.2 is the projections. I think FanDuel's getting closer to where I think it should be. But Atlanta is 19th in rebounds allowed. Only 15th versus power forwards, 30th versus small. I guess Thompson plays more of the 4 now. I'm going to leave it alone. I do super lean under PRs specifically. All right, nothing else in this game. Phoenix, Brooklyn. Injury news in this one. Ben Simmons, I'm pretty sure last I saw was probable. And then obviously Beal's been a game time decision. One day's rest. I'm assuming Beal's going to go here. Let me go here. Here's everything we need to know. I think Beal's playing personally. So I'm not going to attack Tyus Jones RAs. I do want to see what D'Angelo Russell's assists are at. No fucking way. Potential assists. Let's just look last 5. Ben Simmons could be back, though. What are his potentials with Ben this year? 16, 14, and 12. I might low-key still like it. Would want Cam Johnson to be playing for sure. I know it's a back-to-back, but I'm feeling D'Lo's assists. Even with Ben Simmons, I kind of like D'Lo's assists. Not kind of. I like D'Lo's assists. I don't know that he's getting 21 potentials, but I do feel like this is the floor. Man, D'Angelo Russell, what am I doing here? Am I taking this? It's a back-to-back. That's really the only thing scaring me. Let's go to the market. Because he has a special character, it doesn't auto, so I gotta go get it. $7.06, but I just don't feel like that really is encapsulating what he's done in Brooklyn. I lean over. Let me see if there's any market support. I'm not getting model support. No, it's coming down. I promise you. I promise you if this goes to 6.5, I play it. If this goes to 6.5, I will play it. Kevin Durant, 26.5 points over in 3 of the last 5. I mean, I guess you could say there's revenge narrative. He did play for the Nets. If anything, he probably just likes to play in New York City. I don't think there's a lot of revenge here. He is over in 3 straight versus Brooklyn, 27, 33, and 30. Kevin Durant. They're 27th. They allow the third most free throws. They allow the 12th most points in isolation, third most for spot up shooters. They are number 5 from inside the paint, which is where he scores most of his points, KD, but it's very spread out. He had 30 in the matchup this season. Model says Model leans over, but it's not enough for me to play it. I'm at 27.8, so I lean over here for KD. Let's go look at Booker. Booker's where I'm seeing maybe a more playable line. 24.5 also. What's the spread? It's 11. Man, the Nets looked really good last night. I know they're on a back-to-back, but I think it's both home games, right? Nick Claxton. Yeah, back-to-back home games. You just want this game to stay competitive, really. They are number 1 versus pick and roll ball handler. They have a very interesting defense because they're number 5 versus pick and roll man too. They're very good in the pick and roll. Books over in 15 of his last 22, averaging 26.8. What's the market done? I like this over. Only thing that would keep me off of it is fearing a blowout. It also did open 26.5 and it came down. Does seem to be getting some pushback here at 24.5 though. There's a 119 offshore, several domestic onshores at 24.5, 120 for Book. See, if it's there, I love it. But if it's, what's this look like? I don't know. I lean over for Book. What are we thinking? We running this? 31 in the last matchup. Him and KD both went over. Interesting. What was the score of that game? They lost by 10. Wow. See, I don't think this game's going to be a blowout. I know it's a back-to-back. The Nets looked good last night. Versus the Knicks, a very good team. I know it's a back-to-back. Does this game stay competitive? Coming off of just a 15-point game where they lost, they got murdered. It looks very bad versus teams in the top 10 versus Yeah, no, we can't play it. I see why the market's down. He struggles versus teams that are good versus pick and roll ball handlers and good from above the break. He struggles. I still lean over. There's no way you're getting me on the under here on Booker, but I'm not going to run it. Let's go look at rebounds and assists. I see a lot of new people jumping in here, y'all. If you have any requests, feel free to throw it in the comment section. I'll go over them all. And if I already went over that game, I'll circle back and at least tell you what I thought. Tyus Jones over 5.5 assists. Let's talk about it. That's really the only assist prop that the model likes. 5.5 super plus money with, let's just say with Beal. I assume Beal's playing. Nope. Because this game could get ugly, but I don't think it does. I think we see 20 to 30 out of Tyus tonight. 5.5 should not be plus money. 4.5, the best I see is a minus 160. What has the market done? Not shit, really. If Beal is to not go, it will be a race to the books for this over. But as of right now, we leave it as such. I do have a 6.5 projection, though, so it is nuts. Just without Beal, do we get there? I doubt it. I do lean under his rebounds as well as Kevin Durant, so we'll go look at that. I got a lot of rebound unders here in this game. I see why Tyus Jones under looks good. Brooklyn's defense, yeah, that's what I thought. Fourth in terms of rebounds allowed. Lean under Tyus Jones rebounds here. Still lean under for Tyus. Ben Simmons, the model, also leans under, and I think there was a much better price than 135. Oh, just 125 at ESPN Bet. Projections 5.7, giving me a 15% edge. I mean, even if he plays 30. Where are my assist projections? I'm probably going to run something on old Ben here. Nope, no opinion. Assist points, lean under. There's several books open. I do not like that there was a 15.5 that I missed. Ben Simmons PRs. If I could get this number, it'd be no question. I don't like the 142, but the Fanatics was at 15.5, 125. I know it's a blowout potential, and he seems off injury, but look at John Collins' lines. I like what you're saying, Joel, because someone in my Discord was actually asking me about John Collins. And the only thing that worries me, he missed, 20 games? Correct me if I'm wrong. Or 20 days, not 20 games, 20 days. He hasn't played since the 4th. That's 18 days. It still feels ridiculous. My model won't give me a projection on its own, but I can do this. Hold on. Let me go minutes projection, John Collins. Let me put him in for 24 and see what I get, Joel. Utah, John Collins. He is in the starting lineup, for Christ's sake. I'm at 14.5. Well, almost 15. Go to the market. I might just have to run this. I mean, even if he plays let's say, and then, I mean, OKC's not a matchup to sleep on. And like you said, blowout potential, but he might even run those minutes early. I mean, kind of with that in mind, right? They are number 3 from the restricted area, which is, he's hilarious. Scores 42% of his points in the restricted area, but 18% of his points from spot up shooting. I mean, it does feel ridiculously low. He had 15 in the last matchup. How many minutes did he run in that game? And 31 in that one. I do not think we're seeing 30, but then again, it was only 18 days. DraftKings did just move to 13. Rivers is also at 13. 12.5, 120. The last place is FanDuel. Honestly, I kind of like everything over for Collins right now. I might play his PRAs. I guess rebounds kind of give me the most worry, but they struggle versus rebounds. How many rebounds did he have in the last game? Just 5? I do like John Collins a lot. I'm going to run the 13.5, 129 over PAs. I'm going to run the 13.5 over 129 PAs. At 14.88 points and 2.1 assists, that gets us to 22.22% edge. Yeah, I'm going to run this 13.5 PAs at Rivers. I'm running this 13.5, 129 at Rivers. He's got to run at least 25 minutes, right? It's been 18 days, not 3 months. Yeah, let me add that to the banner. I absolutely like that. I do think if you got to lay the 14.5, I do think it's still playable, y'all. But it actually does show that 129 is the best odds, which is uncommon. Anything else in this Utah game before I circle back? We might as well finish this one while we're here. Let's go to the model. Just type in Utah points. Lean over for Shea at 30. I know the objection there is going to be blowout. 33.548 is my projection. Call it 33.55. Just looking at my model versus the market here, I mean, the market has to have a blowout baked into this because I'm over on a lot in this points department here. First, let's go to Shea. 30.5 is available. Over in 14 of his last 20. Win by 10 plus looks a lot worse. I mean, it's not impossible still. How are they in isolation? I think they're like last. Correct me if I'm wrong. 23rd. They're pretty shitty. They are number 4 versus pick and roll ball handlers. Shea had 26 in the last game, but what was the... It was a 27-point win where he played 30 minutes. I lean over for Shea, but I'm going to just stay away from just the fear factor blowout potential. 33.5 is my projection, though. If Utah finds a way to keep that competitive and he even runs 33, 34 minutes, I think he's going over. I do lean over Laurie, too. First game in 11 days. So the argument to be made here is profit. Why aren't you just nuking the under? And it's because, well, the under doesn't have market support. Model support. The model likes the over, but I'm just scared to play the over. The model says 14% on the over, but blowout potential just scares me off of plays like this. I'm going to stay away. Model likes the over, though. So if you think this game stays competitive, man, run it. Jalen Williams is questionable. We have targeted his PRAs often in blowout spots, the under. Model is not telling me to do that today. As you can see, his PRAs look amazing in wins of 10 plus this season. The under. We have often attacked this spot in games of 10, within games of spreads or 10 or more. It's at 17. The only shitty thing is there's not a lot of model support here. Passes the eyeball test. Oh, wrong. This. I lean under for Jalen Williams PRAs. Those of you that tap in every day, you know I love attacking this spot in blowouts. Utah just may be so shitty. Yeah, he had 35 in the last one. He could do it in 27 minutes. Yep. Again, we're just staying away. OGs in here know, I like the Collins read because it's ridiculous. But outside of that, I'm going to leave this game alone. Phoenix, Brooklyn, I was done with that game. Charlotte versus Memphis. Let's go see what the models got to say about it. Ja Morant, I'm right with market. LaMelo, I slightly lean under, so we can look into that. Lean over for Miles Bridges. That's really all I got here. There are 29.5s in the market as well. Why is this number so high? Because they're number 22 versus pick and roll ball handlers and 25th from above the break scoring. That makes sense. He's still only over 4-9 in similar matchups, for being honest. How many of those were blowouts, though? Not many. Not any. Wow, interesting. Model projections for LaMelo are 28. So really 27.91. Baines threes, I like where your head's at there. Smart's played a handful of games. I'm liking this. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Number 16 from above the break. I like his threes, too. Let's go look at the market. I like this, Ben. Not getting a lot of model support. What's the spread in this game? It's probably massive, too. It is massive. I've run 2 or 3 of the blowouts. Memphis has looked really, really, really good recently. Like top 3, 4 in the league, especially in the West. Maybe not the league. Cleveland and Boston got something to say about that, but top 3, 4 in the West. They're also at home. I know. Both teams. Good pace game. High pace game. What's the total in this one? 240.5. Yeah. Ben, I do not really have model support on this. And if I do, it's on his points. But I like where your head's at. Let me see what the market has done. Ben, it's coming down too. I mean, it opened 19.5, 115 to the under, now 18.5, minus 128. You're probably going to see a 17.5 here. So if you guys want to play Desmond Bane's points, I'd wait. Let me go see if that translates to the 3-point market as well. 2.5, 125 at FanDuel, open 2.5, 02. It's not going to 1.5. 2.5 plus money is probably the best you're seeing on his threes. But definitely coming down in the points market. Yep, put it on the sheet for sure. I do like it as like a lay piece too, because I honestly think we could see 4 threes. See, like plus 270 for that. I like that. ESPN 30% boost piece, maybe. I do like Bane's points, but it's getting better. Market's moving against me, so I'm not a big fan of that. Can we talk about Miles Bridges? Yeah, I mean, just off a rip, I think I'm playing this. Models at, let me just look at 20.83. We can lay an 18.5. What's the market done? Not shit. Okay, interesting. Where do I sit on his assists? Lean under, no edge, really. Rebounds, same story. RAs. It's still going to be a lean under that's not actionable. Oh. 10.5 plus money, 10% edge, so playable. But I'm more worried about his points over here. Why does Charlotte have to suck? 20.83 is my projections. I feel like I have to play Mark Williams. Yeah, let me go look at that. Lean over for Miles, y'all. Oh my God. Mark Williams points projection, 18.49, 19% edge to the over. What's his rebounds? I'm at 12.08. Projection, 7.89, not as much. Assists, massive. What the fuck are we doing? PRAs? 28.5, 120. Is that still available at Hard Rock? That one takes a text message. Hold on. I might run this 28.5. Let me get Mark Williams up on here. Yeah, Ben. All right, Ben. Joel, I see where your head's at here. I wish I could do without Nick Richards. So since the trade, 25 plus in all but one. I mean, don't we think he's still getting 25 in a blowout here? Here's a little trick if you don't want to bounce back and forth. You can scroll down and see his rebounds. And those are looking crazy. Average is 12.4, which is right around where I'm at. Joel, I feel like I got to play this. I mean, my points edge is 19. PRs, 21.87. 26.5, 125 at MGM. That is a more available number. It's also at Hard Rock. Is MGM still here? 26.5 minus 125 on his PRs. I've got the bigger edge on the PRs. I'm at 18.5 and 12, basically. FanDuel did just drop back down to 26.5, so they're dancing. They opened 26.5. Oh my, I feel like I gotta run this too, Joel. What would they give us for the double-double? Is this what we pair with Trey's dub-dub? I hate to lay a minus 185. I wonder if you could build it anywhere for like a better price. What am I doing with Mark Williams here? The only thing that I don't like is the blowout. Just not a lot of run with him in blowouts. I still think he gets to 25 minutes, though. 25, 26 minutes, which is more than enough. Hey, anybody that played that Suns under with me last night, it's now from 222.5 is what we laid. Sharpest books in the market are now at 216.5. We also played the Hawks under at 236.5. Now the sharpest books I consider at 233.5 to 234. So shout outs to those total plays. Joel, what are your thoughts, Joel? What are your thoughts? Are you running it? What are your thoughts? I think I'm running PRs. It's the biggest edge I have. While I kind of like eyeball test likes the rebounds better. I'm sorry, the points better. Biggest edge I have, 26.5, 120 at 365 or 125 at ESPN, 18.78 on the PRs. So anything we could pair his double-double with in this game? Memphis money line. Wonder if that gets you to minus 125. Also, shout outs. Your boy does have Super Bowl credentials, so I'm figuring out where the fuck I'm going to stay and all that good shit. But I will be at the Super Bowl. Well, I don't know about the Super Bowl. I'll be at Media Row. The Super Bowl is going to be a harder swing. But I will be on Media Row for at least a few days. I'm going to run the PRAs with you, Joel. My edge on that is 24.38%, locking in at minus 120. I'll run that with you. Hold on. Let me make sure I can get that 28.5, 120. Charlotte. Player props. Combos. Not triple-double. PRAs. Yeah, I'm locking that in right now. 1.2 units. Please play, motherfucker. And for anyone that can't get Hard Rock, do I think 29.5 is playable? Yes, still a 20% edge. Projection is 1832.76. Had to do the math. And then the edge I got was a 24.38, but DraftKings is still giving you a 20% edge, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I do like Mark Williams PRAs over. I do lean over for Miles Bridges, and I do lean under for LaMelo. I'm not going to get to the window on those two, however. Hornets, assists. Like I said, I do lean under for Bridges. Nothing for Jaw. LaMelo, do I lean over? Is it enough? It's almost enough. Again, we're just going to stay away because I know this is going to look disgusting as fuck. It's not as bad as I thought, but I'm going to stay away. You have him 31 minutes, 21, 13, and 3. 21, 13 is 34, 37. You're even a little higher than I am. Your minutes are a little higher than mine, too. A little more conservative with my minutes, but I'm still very much over. I'm at 28 minutes on the nose. So that's probably the difference right there. Yeah, lean over LaMelo's assist, but let's get out of this fucking blowout. Cleveland, Houston, that one's still being played. That Bucks game postponed is crazy to me. All right, Cleveland, Houston. Let's go look at the model. Houston, points, run it, already ran it. Dylan Brooks under. Twelve and a half is the best number, under in 8 of his last 10. Also, I think Cleveland's top 10. 18th. And then defensive rating, they're just 9th. That's what I thought. Opponent 3 points allowed, 5th. Let's do some investigation. Projections here are 11.41. So honestly, even though it says 12 and a half is enough, I'm going to stay off of that. Doing over Jalen Green points. Number 6 versus pick and roll ball handlers, but 14th in transition. Also 5th from above the break. He sold the fuck out of us last game too on this same line. Lean over. Obviously one of the best defenses in the league, 9th in defensive rating. Actually, let's go look at that. Struggled up until the new year. Been going crazy since New Year's, but I'm going to leave this as a lean. Lean over there. Lean under for Donnie Mitchell. It's a pretty good one, too, so let's go see. 27th versus pick and roll ball handlers. That's going to be an issue. They are 3rd in defensive rating, though. That's not really been an issue for him. No fucking way I'm running this under at the end of the day. No way I'm running this under at the end of the day. Model likes to lean under, but being 27th versus pick and roll ball handlers, they're 3rd in defensive rating. Model projections, I'll give you the projections. 22.34. I mean, really strong lean to the under here for Donovan Mitchell. This should be the most competitive game on the slate, so he should get a lot of run. I'm just talking myself even farther off of it. Staying off of the Mitchell under. I have to bring in Alpren and Sengun stats by hand. Okay, we are at 19.72 points, which is right on market, basically. 19.5 juice to the over. No edge for me there. Let's go look at the assists. Over for Dylan Brooks at 1.5 plus money. Donovan Mitchell under 4.5. The price is ridiculous unless you're on a DFS site. I am seeing 130s. No, not worth the 130 price tag for sure. Yeah, I'm not getting to the window on Darius either. 7.5 would have probably done it for me. But the books do not want to go to 7.5, which is telling me I'm on the right side of that. No opinion on Sengun either. I'm right around market on him. I could see the over being a play here. Model's not heavy on it, though. 4.7, so it's like a lean to the over, but not an over. Not enough of an over. Let's go look through the rebounds. 4.5, 120 for Jalen Green. Over in 3 straight. Oh, that's 3.5. No, we're getting a 4.5. We're gonna move on, but I got a piece. Jalen. Sengun, I'm at about 10.78. Oh, well. Do we think Sengun's going over his rebounds? I hate that special character shit. Not necessarily market support yet, but I definitely lean over here for Sengun. Hold on. You run the numbers. 10.43, not 7.8. 10.43. Let me go plug that in over here. 10.43. What's that giving me? Only a 5.68% edge. All right, we offer that. Never mind. Milwaukee Pelicans is postponed. Golden State versus Sacramento. And then the Celtics Clippers game with blowout written all over it. Boston's just so fucking good. I already know this morning I liked Curry's under. Let's see if it's moved. No. 26.5, 124 is available. Let's go look at stuff. $26 in the matchup this season. $26.5 feels like a lot. $26.5 feels like a lot. They're allowing the third most scoring from above the break. For a similar opponent since Christmas, Curry is over in 6 of 8, averaging 27. No, that's at 26.5. See, that 26 number is valuable. Am I fading Curry tonight? The road trip from Sacramento to Golden State. I mean, that's hardly on the road. I lean under. I'm seeing a 19.82% edge here. I'm going to run it, man. 124 at 124 at Rivers. Massive slate today. Projections on this one, 23.5. Edge 20. What did I say it was? 19.82. Let me get that bet myself, and then we will keep moving. Oh, I got to add that to the banner, too. Don't let me forget to add that to the banner. Log in. NBA. Golden State. Well, never mind. That number isn't even available. Let me go tell everybody not to bet that. Well, they can't bet that. Never mind. Well, I'm probably just going to pivot to the 25.5 to keep it honest. I see a 25.5 minus 05. Wait, ESPN does alternate lines. We can probably still get that at 125. Maybe it's 130. Let's go see. Curry. Points over under 26.5, 130. Fuck it. Just run it there. 130. Bam. All right. Let me go fix this. The 25.5 is still playable. I'm only playing the 130 because I released it as that. Let me fix it in the Discord. 130. And that's at ESPN. All right. I still like the 25.5 too. Still like the 25.5 too. No Kuminga still. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, bro. I'm really not. The 26.5 is what I had to have. 25.5. 05 is still playable. But if you're 25.5 minus 125, then you're too far gone. Kings are completely healthy. Projections on Fox are about 22.5. Lean under, but there's not enough there. Keegan Murray, nothing there. Domantas Sabonis over. I can see how we get here. 12th versus pick and roll, man. Head to head. 22 in the matchup this season. Rebounds price is crazy. What's the market done? I do lean over for Sabonis here. Do lean over. Market's going against me. Leave it as a lean. DeMar could be a nice live line approach. He's still low in the first quarter this season, and the books really have not attributed for that. Averaging 4.3. And you see, there's a lot of these. Just try to meet me at the end of the first. Try to meet me at the end of the first and play like a 19.5. Let me check assists, make sure there's nothing there. Assists and rebounds. I lean under for Sabonis rebounds, but I mean, he going crazy, bro. So what do we think about a Fox assists over? There's a 121 at Rivers. I mean, how big do I want this fucking card to be? I'm at 6.7. He didn't play in the matchup earlier this season. Potentials over the last 10. A couple stinkers in there, but Atlanta 5.5, 121 when the rest of the market's going well above that. Got a minus 146 at FanDuel. Oh, that's right. I think Rivers has all their props locked in this game. So I'm just looking for something that's not there. Yeah, never mind. That 121's gone, so I'm not worried about that at all. I don't know why my odd screen's delayed. $200 a month for the shit not to work is crazy. Is MGM over at Monk? Five and a half even money? MGM, is that real? MGM, I'm going. If that five and a half is there, I got to take it on principle. Plus money. Market's 130. Projection 6.4. Player assists. Malik Monk. No, it's off the board. I don't see it. Okay. No, that number's not there either. I still do lean over for Monk. But yeah, the minus 112 is playable, but nah, at even money, it was just stupid. Sabonis under 6.5 assists. Seven in the matchup prior. Projections are 6.2. The only reason I like it is there's some even monies out there with the market going way down. I lean under for Sabonis assists. I really do. If you can lay the even money, I like it. Outside of that, I'd leave it alone. Last but not least, Boston versus the Clippers. Zubac is out. Leonard is out. Batum is a game-time decision. Powell, Harden, Drew Holiday, Al Horford. A lot of game-time decisions. I'm going to look, but we're probably going to call it. Wait for some Peyton Pritchard lines, maybe. Yeah, there's just not a lot of lines even up for this game. Hold on. I do owe y'all a play or two in the banner. Then I'm probably going to do the recap and call it. We had Steph. Under 26.5 points. And Mark Williams PRAs over. Mark Williams over 28.5. All right, cool. I think that's going to call it, man. 1,360 people at least tapped in for a little bit today. I appreciate y'all. That's crazy, man. I'm going to quickly go through the card and then call it. I do have a few leans, and I think I'm going to turn those leans into lays. So expect a few lays out today. But here's what I got. Everything today is to win one unit. Steph Curry under 26.5 points. Mark Williams over 28.5 PRAs. John Collins over 13.5 points and assists. Dyson Daniels under 9.5 rebounds and assists. Klay Thompson under 18.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Spencer Dinwiddie over 12.5 points. And Malik Beasley 15+ points. I do have two totals that I'll leave y'all with. Suns under 220.5 and Hawks under 236.5. All right, that's all I got for today, y'all. Best of luck. X's and over shows with the X Picks team. We'll be live tonight. I'll be talking some NFL content there. But until then, best of luck tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man, let's